Frozen 2 is the 6-year-long sequel to Frozen, directed by Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee. And in Frozen 2, the story of Frozen 2 is that it takes place 3 years after the original movie. And Elsa starts to hear a strange sound from the north calling her. And together with her sister Anna, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven, they embark on a new journey beyond her homeland of Arendelle into the unknown in order to discover the origin of Elsa's magical powers and save their kingdom. What's up, guys? This is Joshua, aka Feature Filmmaker 3948 Reviews, where we talk movies, TV, and music here on the channel. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Be sure to like this video and comment. And if you like what you see here, make sure you have the bell set to all notifications, because I will be posting film reviews, TV reviews, music reviews, top 10 lists, reactions, all that good stuff. Now, I do apologize if this review of Frozen was a little late. Going into Frozen 2, I wasn't against a sequel to Frozen. Like, I was actually interested to see how it would turn out, because I enjoyed the first Frozen movie back from 2014. I did review it back in 2016 on this channel, and initially with the first Frozen movie, I did not like it at all. I thought it was overrated. I thought the song "Let It Go" got on my nerves every single time they play it throughout the entire movie. It's only the scene that it takes place in and during the credits and the music videos. And I was just like, I'm not feeling this movie. I don't see what the buzz is about. And plus, it won Best Animated Feature. But then I gave it a secondary watch, and then something happened. And I ended up really loving the movie. I do have an issue when it comes to the villain Hinds. And of course, some of the story is there, but could have been done a little better. But it had a good story, it had great visuals, it had great animation, and great voice acting. So when they announced the sequel to Frozen, I was actually pretty curious to see what they come up with. And from the trailers, this movie looked absolutely beautiful in the way of the cinematography and animation style. And also it looked like it was going to be a sequel that could be just as good, if not better, than the original. And plus, with Disney, with their live-action remakes and most of their sequels, they've been a bit of a hit and miss, especially with their live-action remakes this year. Which, like I said, I enjoyed Dumbo, and the Aladdin remake wasn't too bad, but The Lion King was just the same exact movie. But I can watch that one for a time waster, but I also have the original Lion King to go back to. But when it comes to their sequels, especially back then, most of their Disney sequels are hit and miss. You have good ones like Groff Breaks the Internet, and you have pretty bad ones like Aladdin, The Return of Jafar, and The King of Thieves, even though I don't hate those movies as much as I used to. So I was a little worried Frozen 2 was going to be the opposite. And what I got out of Frozen 2, I'm happy to say that not only I love this movie, I think this is better than the first one. Yep, I said it. I think Frozen 2 is better than the first movie. But I do have some problem. I do have one little gripe with the movie, which I'll explain my negatives. But first, let me just say that in the way of this movie's animation, I gotta say the animation in this movie is absolutely beautiful. It's breathtaking. This movie is Disney, so Disney's gonna put a lot of money, put a lot of care into that animation. And this movie costs, it doesn't even say, it costs almost $200 million, probably 150, I guess. I gotta say the animation is great. Every piece of animation and the visual style is really beautiful, it's really breathtaking, and it's also really well done in the way that the animators they choose to do it, from the snowy sequences to the scenes where they're in the unknown to the scenes where you're in Arendelle, and especially the scene with Elsa and the water horse. That was one of the posters of the movie. And I gotta say, the visual style and the cinematography work and the lighting work is really good. You could tell Disney, they cared when it comes to that part of this movie's production, so I gotta give them a round of applause. And also, I think the voice acting in this movie is still great. You still have your cast from the first movie. Idina Menzel returns as Elsa, Kristen Bell as Anna, Jonathan Groff is Sven. No, it's Kristoff. I'm sorry. Josh Gad is Olaf, and I think all 4 of these actors, they all do a very great job in their material once again. They all get their moments to shine. Especially with Kristoff and his musical number, which I really liked. And I like his story of him trying to propose to Anna, but he doesn't have the courage to do it. So I thought that was interesting. But the interesting thing here with Elsa is that they go more into her powers, which I thoroughly appreciated. She gets to go into the unknown, and she's basically hearing these voices in her head, and you get more development for Elsa and Anna. And at times, this movie did remind me of a better version of The Last Airbender in terms of her character. With Anna, she still has a lot of great screen presence here, and I thought she was really great in this movie as well. But once again, Olaf, Josh Gad, he steals the scene every time. I love Olaf in the first one. He's my favorite character in the movie. I thought he was very funny in the first movie, and he just amped it up a notch. And I gotta say, he did a great job in that department, and he really just brought his hilarious side, and he just really made me laugh throughout the entire movie, and I was very happy about that, because I was a little worried that they were not going to give Olaf any more funny lines to say, but he has a lot of very funny lines. In terms of direction and the script, I gotta say that is all well done. The directing by Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee, and the script is also very well done. I really do like the script for the movie. It is well written, is well executed script. As far as the new cast members, I do enjoy them as well. You have Sterling K. Brown in here, who I liked in The Predator and last year's Hotel Artemis. I really enjoyed Evan Rachel Wood as the mom of Anna Elsa, even though she's not in it very long. Alfred Molina, I thought he was really great as well. Martha Plimpton, Jeremy Sisto, I thought was really great. And it was good to hear the son of John Ritter, Jason Ritter, who I do remember Jason Ritter being in Freddy vs. Jason. It's good seeing him here as an animated character, and he was great. So the voice acting was great. The songs in this movie once again, they upped their A game from the first one. Into the Unknown is basically now the new version of Let It Go, and I gotta say, Into the Unknown is a really great song. I thought the songs in this movie are great. But my personal favorite song in this movie is Show Yourself. I won't say where they played the song in, but if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But it's a really great song. Just when Elsa showed herself in that musical number, she did it. Especially the way it was done. I thought it was very emotional. I thought it was very well done. It was very well executed in terms of this movie's music, and the musical score is also really great. The movie is only an hour and 43 minutes, so it wasn't boring, and it wasn't too bad to get through. I was actually sitting there enjoying myself a lot throughout this entire movie. I was sitting there like, they know what they're doing here. And I also very much laughed a lot throughout the course of the movie. Now, even though I like this movie, I do have to go into what I didn't really care for, because there's two things that bothers me here. One of them is a nitpick, but the other one is a major gripe here. I'll start off with the nitpick first, and I will say that there are some decisions with the characters that they made that I wasn't really a fan of, especially in the last half of this movie. But I got over it because it was necessary to do for a story, and I did understood why they did what they did there. But the second issue I have with this movie, my second issue here, I don't really want to criticize this, but I have to, and that is the fault. I feel like the end of this movie is a bit rushed. I get it, it's an animated movie, you don't want to stretch out to 2 hours, but you set up this interesting story with Elsa, and I feel like it doesn't really get a 100% payoff, as it should have. Which, therefore, if you will put, at least, you will tighten the movie to at least an extra 15 minutes to fully wrap up that plot, I feel like I would have been fine. But as it was still a heartfelt ending, but I just wish that you fully completed that part of this movie's ending. But other than that, those are the only two issues I do have in terms of Frozen 2. There's not really much negatives to say. Now, I know there's going to be some people who's going to be just like the first movie. They're going to say it's overrated, it's overplayed, it's not. A sequel to Frozen wasn't needed. And trust me, I've seen early Twitter reactions, I've seen reviews from this film from professionals and from YouTubers, and they're very split on it, just like the first one. But the majority is winning. So all in all, I can simply say Frozen 2 wasn't a waste of an hour and 43 minutes. I ended up liking this more than the first one. This one had a lot more going on. I like the songs, I like the music. It's not gonna end up in my top 10 best of the year, but it's down there, or it's somewhere in the middle. But Frozen 2, you did your job. If they don't make a third one, then I'll be fine with this one. And honestly, I don't think there should be a third one unless audiences respond well. And so far they have, but most audiences don't know how to take it. But if you make a third one to round out the trilogy, make sure the third one's good. So, all in all, with that being said, I'm gonna give Frozen 2 a better than Vampire Academy. It's almost a Spider-Verse seal of approval, or just a normal JD seal of approval, but because of some of the character decisions that you made, and also because I am not a fan of how you chose to just rush most of this movie's ending, I can't really give it a seal of approval. But this is a movie that is definitely worthy of going in your Disney collection and in my Blu-ray DVD collection. So, let me know what you guys think of Frozen 2 in the comment section down below. Are you in the middle? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let's be respectful in the comments on Frozen 2, because I know there's a bunch of you who's gonna like this movie, there's a bunch of you who's gonna dislike this movie. And I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys keep it cool, enjoying the Epictasticness. I'll see you guys in